And welcome back to the Retro Review. We are going to be doing something a little different today, ladies and gentlemen. It is draft day. Joining me, as always, is Mikey the Freak.
What's up?
And Bebo.
Hello.
And we have a special guest today. We have Mr. War Doctor. He has a podcast of his own. War Doctor, why don't you tell us a little bit about your podcast and where people can find it?
I actually have a podcast. It's just a random stuff podcast where people come on and talk about a certain topic or what's there. It's called WMG Podcast on Spotify, Apple, and Google. Essentially it's just random topics like ghost stuff, music, movies. Last week I had somebody on talking about their paranormal investigations that they had done.
Cool.
So, it's just a place everybody come and talk about anything they want.
Awesome.
That's cool.
I will also have his podcast listed in the description below. But today is draft day. Draft day. We are going to be drafting movies that have video games in them. Video games in them, not based on video games, but movies that just has a video game somewhere in them. The random of the draft has already been selected. We are going to have War Doctor go first, then then Bebo, myself, and then Mikey the Freak. And it is a serpentine draft. Then Mikey, which means then Mikey the Freak in round 2 will start it off, and it'll go right back up and then right back down. We will get 5 movies each. You cannot select somebody else's movie once it has already been picked. So, Mr. War Doctor, what is your first round draft pick?
My first round draft pick would be a movie called Haggard by Bam Margera, and it came out in 2003. So essentially, it's your stereotypical love movie, but not. So it's like it's got skateboarding in it. A guy, his girlfriend leaves him because she thinks he's too much of a wuss, and essentially, so it opens up of him breaking her stuff all over his front lawn, calling her a bitch and stuff and all that. And his buddies who happen to be Bam Margera are out there with him trying to calm him down. And they basically asked him the last time he jerked off. and he's like, well, I didn't have to do that because I had her. And he's like, well, you don't have her now. So why don't you go in the bathroom and beat up to your own ass?
All right.
So
that sounds like a Bam Margera movie.
Yeah, and that's just the very opening scene.
Oh wow.
So
geez, yeah.
So throughout the movie, they find out that his ex-girlfriend is dating some heavy metal biker dude named Hellboy, and of course he gets jealous. So he's like, "Hey, I'll pay you to go and sneak around and see what she's doing, break into her house, see what's going on there." Well, they go to do that, and they come home too early. And then, so Bam Margera is hiding in the bush somewhere, and Hellboy gets out of the car and goes over to the same bush and pisses all over him, and like he didn't know that he was even there. So all you see is Bam Margera's face and his hair getting wet from all the piss coming off his head.
That's awesome.
So they leave because dude got pissed on. And at the same time, so at the same time, his buddy is in this invention of the future contest, and guess what? It's called the invention of the future. He does a reverse microwave.
What? So it makes things cold?
Really fast.
Okay.
So essentially, the main premise of the movie is, the girl breaks up, he tries to get him back, and then he finds somebody else that likes him, and then she's gets all jealous, and he tells her to fuck off.
Awesome.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, Bebo, what is your first round draft pick, sir?
My first round draft pick is not going to be what you guys are going to.
That's kind of hard to top there.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm actually going to go with the 1989 classic, The Wizard.
You suck.
Nice. Not on my list though.
Yeah. Anytime I think about a movie with video games, this is the one that I always come to, just because it was the first one I can remember that was strictly about video games. All they did was, play that in there, basically leading up to, I think it's Super Mario Brothers 3 is the final game. But it's basically just about a boy and his brother. They run away from home, basically hitch cross country, kind of meet a girl along the way. And they're basically trying to compete and get into the Ultimate Video Game Championship. It's Fred Ward plays the kind of older brother. They're still young, but his younger brother is basically damn near mute throughout the entire movie, but is just a video game genius, basically. Well, wizard. And I've always liked the movie. I thought it was kind of cool. When I did like the fact that I guess you'd call it the bad kid in the movie had the glove that Nintendo released back in the day.
The power glove.
Yeah, the power glove, and it was supposed to be really cool. But I just like the movie in general. But that is my first pick. What about you, Bearded Geek?
Let's see. Yes, I do get my first round draft pick, and I am going with what people think.
You suck, you jackass.
Yes, it is going to be. Sorry, I'm writing things down here. It is going to be Back to the Future 2 Wild Gunman.
The Wild Gunman scene.
Yes.
Of course that's on my list. Of course.
Featuring young actor Elijah Wood.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Wow. It is Wild Gunman because, that draws into
you gotta use your hands.
You got to use your hands.
It's like a baby's toy.
A baby's toy, yep. So that is my first round draft pick. Everybody knows that scene. It's one of the most popular scenes in Back to the Future 2.
Never seen it.
Nope.
What?
Never seen it.
So Mikey the Freak, what is your first round draft pick?
Well, that's 2 off my list. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. My first one has always been I'd say one of my favorite Disney type movies. It's Tron.
Son of a bitch.
So Tron is. I've always loved the original. Even the new one, of course. We have my mind just goes blank when we talk about this kind of shit. But if everybody's seen Tron, I'm picking the original one. So we're gonna leave it at that. Was that Jeff Bridges? And God, my mind didn't go blank.
That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Absolutely. Tron 1. Tron's my first one. The first one.
Not a problem. Christ. Not a problem. What is all right, so that's completes the first round. One. So yes, what is your second round draft pick, sir?
Oh, so many, son. I'm gonna go with Shaun of the Dead.
Son of a bitch.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. Nick Frost, Simon Pegg. Nick Frost is his gaming buddy that just sits there on the couch, does nothing but play fucking video games all day. Even when he becomes a zombie, they tie his ass up and he's playing video games all day. But a great comedy, British comedy with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Hilarious comedy. You guys have to check that out. But that is my second pick.
All right, that's a good one. I am going to go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. For mine. In Shredder's warehouse where all the, Foot Clan were, it was like a kid's paradise. It had pool tables. It had everything.
Gun 1 is over there.
It had everything. Sorry, I had something just pop up on my computer. It had everything, but it also had video games. There was kids playing video games everywhere in that thing. That is my second round draft pick. Biba.
Nice. It's a good one.
What is your second round draft pick?
My second round draft pick is going to be a movie that's sort of centered around video games. That's the job in the movie, but I'm going with Grandma's Boy.
Man, why did I know you were going there?
Yeah.
Why did I know that? I'm gonna cross that one off.
I love that movie. Another Adam Sandler production. But I love that movie. I thought it was hysterical. Basically, a dude who ends up losing his place, moves in with his grandma and her 2 roommates. Just a stoner dude. It's I love the movie itself.
Is that the one with the monkey?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're real stoned watching the monkey, and it's like, this monkey is killing it, and the TV's not even fucking on, and they're just sitting there with the remotes. Yes. I thought it was a great movie. There wasn't anything about that movie I didn't like. But yeah, that is going to be my second round.
My
pick.
favorite scene in that movie is when he wakes up in the middle of the night to pee, and he has a boner, and he's cranking one out, and the lady walks in,
a toy.
Yeah,
to a fucking
toy,
little action figure.
To an action figure, and she walks in, and he's right at that moment, and he's like, "I can't stop."
He's like, "I'm so sorry, I can't stop." I also love the fact that his buddy is played by Nick. God, I can't think of his last name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Schwartzen?
about. Something like that.
Yeah.
Nick Swartzen.
Yeah, Nick Swartzen.
Is always refers to his roommates, and he lives at home with his parents, and he fucking sleeps in a car bed. So I thought that was fucking hysterical. When I get some more money, I'm gonna get some rims, some new rims put on it.
All right, War Doctor, it is your turn for your second round draft pick. Before you pick that, what was your first round draft pick again?
Haggard.
I was late.
Haggard.
I was late getting some paper.
Like Haggard. Yeah, Haggard.
Yeah. No, it's not Haggard. So my second round pick would have to be a Disney movie called Blank Check.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a great one. That movie made me want to be that kid forever. He had a massive wall full of just freaking monitors, and he had a seat that came down from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
I
haven't thought of that movie in a while. That was a great movie.
It's been forever since I've seen that movie. Is that the one that also has Tim Curry in it? Am I thinking of the same movie?
I think of Home Alone.
Home Alone?
Oh no, this was another movie. This was different.
Tim Curry's not in this one.
Okay, it's a different Disney movie. Sorry.
Sorry.
All right, Blank Check. All right, you get your third round draft pick now, sir.
A movie called Stay Alive. I don't know if you heard that or not. Yeah, that's a really good movie.
Yep.
That was on the list that I saw.
Yeah. Okay, so Stay Alive is essentially just a movie about these kids. They're playing an online game or whatever, and it turns really bad when they figure out that they're being hunted. So they have to stay alive in the game or they die for real in real life.
Oh wow!
It's kind of like the Make. Never mind.
Well, it kind of is like the Matrix almost.
I like the Matrix. That's weird how that sounds outside.
Yeah. This movie, if I'm not mistaken, I think this movie came out in 2006.
Oh, copied it.
Wow.
Yeah, they did.
All right, Bebo, what is your third round draft pick, sir?
My third round draft pick, I am going a little different with a VR game type movie, and that is Ready Player One.
Well, I'm going.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I love the retroness in that movie. You get to see all the old
DeLorean,
video games,
Bigfoot,
the DeLorean, Iron Giant, all that shit in there.
Tons of Easter eggs in that movie.
Yes,
Tons.
You can watch every time I watch that. I see something I didn't catch the first 137 times around. But I do love that movie. It's just basically a movie about a kid trying to win this quest that the creator of the virtual reality game basically made so that he can take over. But it is a great movie in my opinion, but I love the nostalgia in that movie. But that is going to be my third pick.
Not a problem. That was on my list for sure.
Yep.
Let's see. My third round draft pick. You know what? I'm going Goonies.
You suck!
Yeah.
I just changed it to my next choice. The opening
scene with Chuck.
Yes, he is playing Cliffhanger as the cop cars and the Fratellis drive by.
Dickhead.
The Goonies is my third round draft pick. I love that movie. Love the Goonies. We've already discussed the Goonies on this channel. Go check it out. Go check out our review.
Absolutely.
All right, Mikey the Freak. What is your third round draft pick, sir?
Well, you're an ass, so let me cross that off my list. I'm gonna go. I don't think anybody's ever gonna pick this, but it is a They are in an arcade, but it is a game within a game. It's called Midnight Madness from the early '80s with Michael J. Fox. Was it Naughton? David Naughton. Very good movie. They're different colors. There's a white team, blue team, red, yellow, green, and they play a game on who can get the different clues at different stages, and then they move to next, almost like a what do they call it? My mind just went blank again. But yeah, they take bets on who can get to the end, which team can get there faster. And they actually have to play a video game in an arcade for the next clue to go to the next step. So it's a very good movie. It's called Midnight Madness.
Do not think I've ever seen that one, actually. So.
And it is David Naughton.
Yeah, David Naughton. Yeah,
1980.
80. I was gonna say, I think it was 80 or 81. It was very early. One of Michael J. Fox's, I think, his first movie. If I'm not mistaken.
All right, well, you get your 4th round draft pick now, sir.
Yay! I always like it when I go last and get them
hot
together.
corner. Get that hot corner.
Hot corner. The next one, I'm going to have to go. It's a toss-up. I hope nobody picks my last one. But I'm going to go with Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, you son of a
bastard.
It's a toss-up, but I'm going with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Is when with Rooney thinks that he found Ferris, and they're playing a video game, and he turns around, and it turns out to be a female that looks like Ferris from the back on.
Do you know the game?
Thrown in the face. Fuck no, maybe Galaga. I don't remember.
No, it was Karate Champ. Karate
Champ. That's it. Yeah. No,
son of a bitch. That was
bastard.
I have to go with that one. I hope nobody picks my last one, but I got a couple of good ones.
I got a couple good ones.
That's it. All right. Ferris Bueller. That's my 4th pick.
That was on my list, so I'm going to take another movie that featured Karate Champ. I'm taking Bloodsport.
Yeah, definitely not on my list.
That was a great film.
Yes. not according... These two guys are not Jean-Claude Van Damme fans, unless it's like...
I was forced to be one. Yeah.
Unless it is yes. I don't have the gift
ready.
I don't have the gift ready, or I would be the gift would be in there. Yeah. No, I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. These guys do not like him unless it is like Street Fighter.
Well, I like that movie. I mean, my mother watched those movies religiously, and you can see why from the dancing and shit.
Oh yeah.
So I grew up having to watch that stuff. Anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Van Damme,
Steven Seagal.
Yes. Fucking Steven Seagal.
All right,
that
Bebo.
Bastard.
Bebo, what is your 4th round draft pick, sir?
My 4th round draft pick is going to be The Thing. There is one scene in there where they are actually playing a video game. So that is actually going to be it's just a very small scene in it. But like we said, it just has to have it in
a little bit.
Yep.
Just a little.
The classic one, not the remake. So I'm going to go with The Thing.
The Thing.
Can't blame you on that one, sir. All right, Mr. War Doctor, what is your 4th round draft pick, sir?
Hackers.
Okay.
Yeah, with Angelina Jolie.
Yep.
I like Hackers.
Yeah, it was really good. It featured the game Wipeout, which came out the same year after the movie was made. So it was like a preview for like everybody.
Probably one of my favorite Matthew Lillard films or roles.
Yes.
Yeah. Serial killer.
Yeah. Hackers, that's a great movie. It's a cult classic as well.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in a community right now that people just go crazy with anything Hackers. All right, so you also get your 5th round draft pick now.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Final.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah,
that movie was good. Have you guys seen the second one?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
it was really good. Essentially, just a video game villain wants to be a hero, and he sets out to do that and stuff. But
I think I have seen. The second one. Yeah.
I can't remember if I've seen the second one or not.
If I have, it was like like bits and pieces. I don't remember watching it all the way through. Right, but the first one was great. The first one was great. You know, it had Seth. I want to say Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Okay, as the voice of Wreck-It Ralph. It was, and it had all sorts of cameos in it from
Oh yeah,
Pac-Man and Q*bert and all that. All right, Bebo, what is your fifth and final pick?
Well, since someone decided to choose Tron ahead of time for me, Dick, I'm gonna go with the new Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, as the game did update itself to be a video game, which they all played and got zapped into. Decent movie. I like kind of the throwback in regards to as they're playing it, they do run into Alan Parrish's, little place he had set up in there in the jungle and stuff. So I thought that was kind of a nice little throwback. But that's going to be my fifth pick.
And that's a good one. I like it.
I actually have that game.
Oh, do you have the board game?
Yeah, I got it for Christmas one year.
Oh, that's awesome. Don't play it.
I have it.
Don't play it.
Don't play it.
Yeah. And who doesn't love Karen Gillan though? Oh my god.
I loved her in Doctor Who. She was great.
I love her. I hate that you have her autograph.
Yeah.
You have her autograph, you bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen my Doctor Who wall.
Oh yeah.
No, I have not. But she was good in that movie. What was it, Oculus or whatever?
That was good. That was a lot better than I actually thought it was going to be.
Oculus
Me too.
Was good.
So the rules of this game were you can't pick the movie that is actually based on the video game because don't have the video game in it. Except for this movie I'm about to pick for my fifth pick. Double Dragon.
Don't change for you. Yeah.
Double Dragon.
See, I was gonna pick that one, but it's like no video game movies. I'm like, damn it.
Double Dragon because he actually kicks the Double Dragon video game arcade. He actually puts his foot through it. So a little loophole within the rules here because the game is actually in the movie. So Double Dragon. Double Dragon is my fifth and final pick. Mikey the Freak, what is your fifth and final, sir?
Man, I have so many good honorable mentions that are such great games, such great movies and games. Oh man, I'm going old school. I'm gonna do my last pick. Matthew Broderick film called War Games.
Oh my god, that was
I knew you were gonna pick it.
Yeah, I love War Games.
I purposely hadn't chosen that because I was like, I know Mikey's going to pick it. I purposely kept
that one off my list as well, actually.
Yeah, War Games was such a good movie.
It really was.
Matthew Broderick had to play basically an old Galaga, I think it was, to do that, and it was just everything about it is such military type movies from the 80s that they always used to have that you always used to stereotype and see, but
it was that very Cold War era type movie.
Yeah. So such a great movie.
All right, so
that actually just made me think of one that I kind of wish I would have chosen instead for my last pick, which was The Last Starfighter.
I've got that on there for my honorable mentions too.
Before we do the honorable mentions, let me give the rundown. War Doctor. Yep. He started with Haggard, then he went with Blank Check, Stay Alive, Hackers, and then Wreck-It Ralph.
Was that first one Haggard?
Haggard.
No, it's Haggard.
And Bebo.
We give him so much shit for that.
Then we have Bebo with The Wizard, Grandma's Boy, Ready Player One, The Thing, and Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Then myself, Back to the Future 2, of course. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Goonies, Bloodsport, and Double Dragon, which is, my list is the best. Mikey the Freak. Mikey the Freaky has Tron, Shaun of the Dead, Midnight Madness, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then War Games. What do we have for some honorable mentions, gentlemen?
I got Dude, Where's My Car? that took place in a video game. Mallrats.
Yeah.
Free Guy, which was one of the newer one that just came out.
Ryan Reynolds.
And he already mentioned the Starfighter. But I've got the new Matrix Resurrection
Yes.
was an actual video game based on the actual story of his life. So I thought that was kind of cool. And Pixels. That's the last one I got.
Oh, yeah, Pixels was good too.
Good movie.
Anybody else have any honorable mentions?
No, he named a lot of the ones I had. I think the only other one I ended up thinking of, I've already lost my train of thought and don't remember it now.
You got Swingers?
I have Swingers? I have some. I have The Princess Bride because he starts off playing RBI baseball. Karate Kid because of the date scene at the like fun center type thing, and then T2 because John Connor is playing Missile Command in the arcade at the mall.
Oh yeah.
So those are my honorable mentions. All right, I do believe that does it for this. Yeah, as we come to a close to back to the retro review, War Doctor, why don't you mention your podcast once again?
Yeah, it is WMG Podcast on Spotify, Apple, and Google.
Awesome. I want to thank you personally for coming on and joining us for this movie day draft.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, not a problem. So for War Doctor, Mikey the Freak Bebo, I am the Bearded Geek Stain. Keep it retro, everybody.
Peace.
See ya.